To hang up that computer call, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm bringing you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. Hey, yo, get a load of this article real quick, bro. I think this adds a lot more insight into the situation that's currently going on in WWE right now. Here, check this out. Here, link is down in the description box below. The Rock allegedly had a fallout with WWE, okay? The falling out was the result of a confusion between the two parties, according to a former NXT star. On night one of the event, The Rock was scheduled to compete in a tag team match alongside Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. To train for the match, WWE invited the Gallus faction comprising of Wolfgang, Joe Coffey, and Mark Coffey. Wolfgang, who explained the incident in detail while speaking to Cultaholic's Tom Campbell, said that the training got postponed by a day as a result. The wrestler also explained that the confusion arose due to The Rock thinking that WWE was going to send a private jet to bring him to Los Angeles, whereas WWE was of the opinion that the Brahma Bull would bring its own. And I quote, "There's a whole backstory that we arrived on Monday night. Tuesday was supposed to be the day one, and then Wednesday was the day two, and Thursday if we needed it. We got there on Monday. On the Tuesday, I don't know what happened, and I don't want to start any rumors here, but there was a bit of a falling out about, you come pick me up in my private jet. No, you come pick me up. I'll be here, you come get me. So Tuesday was scrapped. They just couldn't get off the runway. They said there was a problem with the plane, and then myself, Mark, and Joe just got a free day in Los Angeles where we just got to go be tourists. Hit the gym, went down to the pier. It was a fantastic day. To be honest, I think it was just someone big leaguing the other one. I think it was a case of, no, I don't drive to you, you collect me. That's the way I like to think it was. But regardless, the boys and I got a free day in LA. So that's coming directly from the mouth of someone who apparently, well, not someone, the person obviously in question is one of the Gallus boys, Wolfgang. He's the one that's recounting the situation. But according to someone who has no affiliation with either party, he said essentially that The Rock was supposed to be training with them, and apparently, allegedly, he was supposed to get picked up in a plane, and a private plane, and brought to Los Angeles in order to train with them. But I guess WWE ghosted The Rock because they presumed that Rock had his own private jet, and The Rock took offense to that, and he was like, no, I'm not going to use my jet. We're going to use your jet. Give me your private jet. You pick me up and bring me here to train because you need me for WrestleMania. And then, I guess, because of all this situation, this in itself is what arose to the point where Rock and Triple H, or at least people within, well, let's just say Triple H, because you know Nick Khan and The Rock are actually good friends. This is the problems that arose with Triple H and The Rock. That Triple H, I guess, kind of felt like Rock was being an asshole, and The Rock probably thought that the Triple H was being an asshole. One person thought, hey, I'm doing you a big one, so how about you just do the bare minimum and send me a private jet? Yeah, because they're rich, folks. We're poors, okay? They're rich. A private jet to them is something that's the bare minimum, right? But then Triple H is like, oh, so you're going to try to big league me, bro? Huh? You're going to big league me. You want me to pick you? Okay, so it's like that. So you mean to tell me that 9 times out of 10, the whole friction that's currently going on within WWE between Triple H and The Rock that built up all the way up into WrestleMania was stemming off of this? Because remember, The Rock doing what he's doing currently at the moment, this is all favors to his homie Nick Khan. This is all favors to Ario Emanuel and TKO. He does not fuck with Triple H at all. Just a bit of a lore here. I'm pretty sure some of you are aware of the situation that happened with Cody Rhodes and John Cena and Triple H and everything. They had a plan. Apparently, they wanted to do something in a completely different manner or in a completely different way. And Rock interjected himself saying that he wanted to do some stuff. And this is off of his own whim, right? He's not listening to Triple H. He just wants to do what he wants to do, even though allegedly, apparently, Triple H had plans that he already wanted to administer. And then The Rock essentially went through with what he wanted to do in regards to those plans. And obviously, we know what we got as far as the power struggle bullshit promo that he did with Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. And then what happened at the Elimination Chamber, and then him not showing up to WrestleMania. So the miscommunication between Rock and Triple H, 9 times out of 10, it stems from the fact that they didn't want to do business with each other, or they didn't at least want to conversate with each other because they were pissed off at each other over a fucking private jet. Is that what this all stems from? This all stems from a private fucking jet and wanted to be picked up. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. They refuse to do business with each other, and it all stems from this, most likely. According to Wolfgang, who was apparently there the entire time when he was supposed to train with The Rock. The Rock, and really Triple H also, bro, because if you're gonna cosplay as Vince McMahon, one of the things that Vince McMahon is known for is business over personal. Business over personal, bro. You do whatever you have to do. You put whatever you have to put to the side in order to do fucking business. And Triple H didn't want to do business the right way from what it seems. But then at the same time, The Rock, the guy who interjected himself into all of this, buddy, you are now in a higher echelon position. You make money from WWE based off of what they do with their product. That's how you bank as far as being a shareholder. You couldn't just take 2 seconds to put your ego to the fucking side? Mr. I'm doing you guys a solid. Whatever happened to The Rock that put over everybody back in the early 2000s and the late 90s? One of the cool things about The Rock that no one ever brings up, that he himself is completely abolished because of how he's been acting lately. People forget how unselfish The Rock used to be. People talk about Mick Foley and putting over everybody. People talk about Bryan Danielson putting over everybody. Currently at the moment, you got people calling Finn Balor Penn Balor. You got people talking about Sami Zayn. No one comes close as far as if you're going pound for pound. No one comes close to how generous The Rock used to be back in the days. Dude is literally the world's most popular wrestler. Arguably. Dude literally was on cloud 9 back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And the thing is, he never let it went to his head. Yeah, his character, ironically, was supposed to be an egomaniac, but The Rock in himself, Dwayne Johnson, from my understanding, especially when you've seen how he conducted himself and how he did business, if for anything else, he was smart and he's seen past his own ego. Kurt Angle, put on the map by The Rock. Chris Jericho, at least his WWE career, put on the map by The Rock. Chris Benoit, who do you think helped Benoit get over? That was The Rock, Fully Loaded 2000. That was his first main event. That was his first WWE Championship match on pay-per-view. Was Chris Benoit versus The Rock. Kane beating The Rock before the Fatal 4-Way match, going into Unforgiven in order to give him some heat. The amount of times Triple H beat the fuck out of The Rock. The Rock literally puts every single person over. That was one of the biggest gripes that I had with the fucking Rock growing up, was that he always got his ass kicked. That was like his gimmick. Rock stayed getting his ass whooped during the Attitude Era. Don't let these people, rewrite history and make you believe that The Rock has always been an egomaniac. No, he was not always like this. Rock was very, 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 very humble, just going off of the evidence as far as what he did to make wrestlers. Because at least I used to think that the whole point of The Rock doing that, being the complete opposite of Triple H, and yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was an egomaniac himself backstage. I love Austin, facts are facts. The whole point was The Rock looked past the fucking ego and he was like, let me make some guys so I can have some guys prepared for me to wrestle and we can actually make more money together. It's like, dude, he went to Hollywood and he just completely forgot what it meant to be in the wrestling business, bro. You can sit back all day and talk about your love for the business this, your love for the business that. But bro, you can't even do business in the proper way because, man, you went to Hollywood and you changed, my boy. You changed, man. This is not the same Rock from the Attitude Era. And I get it, man. You got a character to protect and an image to protect because you're in the films. But if that's gonna be the case, then don't wrestle anymore, bro. Just go into the Hall of Fame and just call it quits, bro. Just go into the Hall of Fame and call it quits. You have an image that you're trying to protect because you have to be seen in a certain way. I mean, I heard about the contracts that he had written up in some of those movies where in the end, most of the fights that he wins, he has to be the conclusive winner in almost all of them or some shit like that. I mean, but I'm not speaking verbatim here. But The Rock is no longer the same Rock as to where he was in his 20s. And I get it. Like I said, you got to do whatever you got to do in order to protect your image because that's how you make your money. But like I said, if that's going to be the case, then don't come back, bro. Just don't come back. Outside of just doing the one-off appearances here and there, just don't fucking come back. And don't interject yourself into stories that are being built around your biggest show of the fucking year. It's ridiculous, though. And don't think Triple H is going to get out of the woods also. Because, bro, it's so fucking obvious that Triple H, you are jealous of The Rock, bro. Let's just call a spade for a spade, man. I know people talk about it and they see this and you just can't get over the fact that The Rock probably did every single thing that you wanted to fucking do. And now we're at the point right now where you are stuck having to do this. And yeah, you're making good money. Yeah, you're still that wrestler. Yeah, you're still all that. But literally, you and Rock went down the same paths in WWE. And each step, The Rock was always ahead of you. And you just can't get over it. You just can't fucking get over it. Whether it was Shawn Michaels trying to pound you down everybody's fucking throat during the mid-90s, and it took Bret and Owen in order to protect him from you guys constantly trying to fucking bury him. Whether it was The Rock, now this blue chipper, this guy who's like 5 years younger than you in the business, Triple H, overtaking your spot as far as popularity, even though you guys are going down the same path, him becoming way more bigger than you. Oh, I was next to Shawn Michaels. We started D-Generation X. We're the biggest faction. We're probably the biggest people currently in the company, not named Stone Cold Steve Austin. And now Shawn Michaels is leaving, and now I'm the guy leading D-Generation X. Me and I automatically inherit everything that Shawn Michaels did because I couldn't fucking do it on my own. And now I'm the big time guy while Rock is over there in the European Championship division trying to find his place while fucking feuding with Farouk in the Nation of Domination. And then 5 months later, he completely overtakes me in popularity, having to start off from the bottom. Yeah, that's clearly what it is in the end of the day. Each step of the way, Rock has always had one step ahead of Triple H, and it fucking permeates itself in today's culture also. Triple H can't stand the fact that he's a boss, that he's now Vince McMahon, and even at the upper echelon, he's at the fucking peak of where you're supposed to be at when you're a professional wrestler and an executive of the company. He is at the absolute fucking peak, and Rock still owns him. He still owns him. If you don't think that doesn't fucking eat at Triple H, that damn, bro, no matter what the fuck I do, this dude is always above me. Even though we're going down the same roads, he is still above me. Even when I'm at the fucking 0.1% of where you can be at in WWE, I am literally Vince McMahon in this fucking company. The Rock is still over me. He still gets to make his decisions. He's the one person I couldn't fucking bury, and it eats at him. And like I said, every decision that The Rock makes, it permeates itself within Triple H's brain. And don't get it twisted, we already buried The Rock earlier on in this video. He gets his just desserts. Like I said, motherfuckers should just stop showing up. If you're not going to do business the right way, then stop fucking showing up. But at the same time, when it comes to Triple H, brother, you can't put your ego to the side for 1 second for you and The Rock to actually communicate and legitimately do business. You may be in Vince McMahon's position, but you for sure as hell ain't Vince McMahon. And like I said, in the end of the day, you let these two egomaniacs run around wanting to fucking destroy pay-per-views and shit, wanting to fucking destroy the company and shit. You got actual victims who have to fucking sit to the side and watch this company go through the shape that it's in right now because of these two fucking morons. Cody Rhodes and John Cena, arguably one of the worst, if not maybe the worst WrestleMania main event of all fucking time. because of what these two jackoffs are doing currently at the moment. You see, I got people constantly in my comment section, oh no, it's Triple H's fault, that's why WWE sucks. Oh no, it's The Rock, he keeps constantly having to put his nose in everybody's fucking business. How about it's fucking both? You can say it's both, and like I did throughout this entire video so far, I made it a point to point out both guys' faults and why it fucking matters in the grand scheme of things as to why you should put the blame on both. Sorry, being milquetoast for the moment, but can you blame me when both idiots are acting like fucking idiots and it's being documented by people who are calling them fucking idiots? And you know who suffers the most? Not just the wrestlers. We suffer the most. We suffer. We have to sit by and let these two egomaniacs argue over their fucking jet plane. Who's gonna pick me up and who's gonna pick me up? Oh no, it's gonna pick blah, 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 blah. And then that pisses them off, and both pussies hold a grudge for months, and they can't come together to have a legitimate communication. One person is holding a grudge because one person feels that he owes him in order to fucking get a plane ride over to fucking WWE. He holds a fucking grudge about the whole shit, and now he wants to fucking stick his nose, and like I said, ruin all the fucking plans going into WrestleMania. And you have this dumb fuck over here with his big ass nose who can't put it down for a second in order to communicate with the guy because I fucking hate The Rock. I fucking hate him. Everything that he fucking stands for. I fucking hate him. Oh, I fucking hate him. Ah. So fucking obvious, and it's so goddamn disheartening. Now I see why fucking John Cena's leaving in the end of the fucking year. It's not the same WWE. When you got people who are legitimately in the same position as John Cena now running the fucking company, and you don't have a legitimate fucking boss. Say what you will about Vince McMahon. This is not me coming to the defense of Vince McMahon. Suck my dick with all that shit. It's just simply stating that Vince McMahon was the guy. And everyone understood that Vince McMahon was the guy. And he had that kind of respect. And he had that kind of iron fist to put his fist down and make everybody understand that he was the final boss. Legitimately. Not the fucking Rock. Vince McMahon was. And everything was put into place. Everybody knew what the fuck to do, and all the plans were according to plan. But as soon as Triple H gets in power, oh, let's turn John Cena heel all of a sudden without any legitimate explanation. Oh, well, I fucked up already. Let me try to fix this. Oh, here comes The Rock to stroll in and fuck up even more. Okay, and you wonder why John Cena's fucking leaving? You wonder why? He's seen the writing on the wall for about 2 years prior to all this bullshit happening. He's seen it. He understood. He wants to make his money, make his mark, and get the fuck out. It's fucking ridiculous, bro, man. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That was so eye-opening reading, bro. That was so eye-opening to know that these two grown-ass men, these legendary wrestlers, the guys who legitimately have kept control of WWE as far as the main event scene is considered throughout the most popular period in wrestling history, they now get into the position to make the fucking decisions. And they can't even look past their own fucking egos. Everybody has to suffer. Everybody has to suffer. Even the fans have to suffer because Rock and Triple H can't get along with each other. And it all most likely stems from a fucking plane. One guy, because he feels that he's owed everything, named the fucking Rock because he's the godsend to WWE, when in reality, honestly, they really didn't need you. I mean, doesn't help to have the Rock, but honestly, if all he's going to do is hurt, then it really then it doesn't fucking help. And there you have fucking Triple H, who can't get over the fact that The Rock is a bigger deal than him in any aspect, and, well, you get a recipe for fucking disaster. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below in regards to how you feel about the video. As always, my name is Devontae, aka Millennial Smart, and I'll be catching you guys later. A deuces and a P. Ice. What a fucking shame.